Hey everyone, my name is Taylor Vandymark. This is my reflection project. I'm currently an MDS student at Boise State University. This presentation shares who I am and a little bit about how I got to where I am today. So a little bit about me. I was born and raised in Southern California. My parents were very young when they had me, my dad being 19, my mom being 23. So young that my dad knew he needed to support our family, so therefore he joined the Air Force. With that came a lot of moving. For his training and during my first few years of life, we moved to Texas as well as Georgia, and then ultimately we were stationed in Anchorage, Alaska for 3 years. So about the age of 4 years old, my parents decided to get divorced and we moved back to Southern California. Growing up was pretty difficult. My parents had 50-50 custody of me, which meant a lot of back and forth, a lot of hardship and confusion. I just remember being in school was super challenging growing up. You know, coming to school from my dad's house, I would be prepared, alert, ready for school, homework completed. When I'm coming from my mom's, I would fall asleep in class. My homework was always incomplete. It was polar opposites being from my dad's to my mom. So I just remember that being a huge challenge while growing up. So far, I have been to 11 schools. 3 of those are universities, and that number may continue to grow. So, after graduating Westlake High School in the year of 2012, I moved halfway across the country. I was blessed with a college fund from a grandfather who I only met once. Yes, once. Prior to his passing from cancer, he wrote in his will that he wanted to send me to college. However, his wife, who is my step-grandmother, dictated everything. She ultimately decided the college that I would attend, and I had to follow her rules, which were certain Christian university, definitely out of California, not even a neighboring state. She made the choice of my major, how much money my tuition could cost, what my part-time job could be, how long it could take for me to graduate. I mean, the list goes on. So, like I said, she did choose Oklahoma Christian University for me, which was really difficult for me to understand why, because Pepperdine University, located in Malibu, California, is actually the sister school to Oklahoma Christian and is located 7 miles from my parents' home, from my hometown, from where I grew up, and she would not allow me to go to that school. I was just so discouraged and upset, but it was a free ride to college, right? So my parents made me go. I attended OCU for 2.5 years, and I hated Oklahoma. I hated every bit of Oklahoma. I became depressed. I became overweight. I was over 200 pounds, not myself, not who I wanted to be, not going towards a goal of who I wanted to be. So, with that being said, in the middle of my junior year, I made the choice myself to leave Oklahoma and move back to a place where I know I could be happy and healthy and going towards something that I wanted to do, a goal that I wanted to reach. And so I did move back to Southern California, where I fully supported myself. Right away, I started attending Moorpark College. It was close to my hometown and close to where I was currently living. I was renting a room from a family friend, working 2 jobs, paying my way through school. My parents did not support my decision to move back to California, which was hard on me, but also made me grow up and learn more about myself than I probably ever would have. My parents had pretty much told me that You just threw a free ride to college away. Like, no way are we letting you live at home, mooch off of us, nothing. So they pretty much told me, you're on your own. Good luck. And that's what I did. And I was fine with that. And um, I knew I wanted to be a nurse. I knew that was what I was meant to do in life. And I will do whatever it takes to reach that goal. So, yeah, I started attending Moorpark College. I started pursuing nursing and just started seeking my happiness and health, where in Oklahoma, that was just not possible at all. My time at Moorpark College was also cut short. I attended college there for only a year and a half. During that time at Moorpark, I began a relationship with a man in the Air Force. His name is Connor, and his picture is at the very bottom. Yeah, we met while he was home in California prior to deployment. He was visiting his family, arranging family affairs, his will, important stuff like that. We met and we fell in love fast, and I couldn't be happier, lucky, blessed, to say the least. We knew we were meant to be together, so we started that long distance relationship. It was while he was deployed that we would talk about our dreams, talk about our hope, talk about our future and our goals. He wanted to be a pilot. I wanted to be a nurse. We both had schooling left to do, so we figured, why not do it together? So with that being said, once he got back from deployment and I had finished up my semester at Moorpark, he decided to leave active duty in where he was stationed in South Dakota. I had finished my semester at Moorpark and decided to leave California. We both moved here to Boise, Idaho, where we could attend college and reach our goals together. So, I actually stumbled upon the MDS program because of my boyfriend Connor. He is in the BAS program, which is the MDS's sister program. They're also located in the same building as each other. Right away, after learning about the MDS program, I knew immediately that it was right for me. I had struggled with going to so many different colleges and trying to be led in the right direction. I had completed 4 years, had not maintained an associate's or a bachelor's. And so I was a little discouraged. Obviously knowing I wanted to be a nurse. So when I found the MDS program and seeing that I could, do it in class, or I could do it all online, or I can do both, I really appreciated and loved that. It also allowed me to, or is allowing me to, reach my goal of maintaining a bachelor's degree kind of on my own terms. I can do it as quickly as I want. I can do it at a slow pace. Yeah, and my goal right now is to get my bachelor's degree as done and completed as soon as possible so that I can go on to an accelerated program. So currently here in Idaho, I am working 3 jobs. Connor is working full-time militarily. Yeah, I started the MDS program just this year, and which is super exciting. Connor is actually graduating in a week, which is also very exciting, and I'm super proud of him for that. For me and my graduation, I am hoping to graduate probably a year from now. Fingers crossed that can happen if I get everything done, and if not, that's okay too. We'll go from there. Things, however, can change. Like I said, Connor's in the military. He is also applying to be a fighter pilot. So if he does get that position, we would have to move to Texas for 2 years for his training, which is awesome, totally cool, great opportunity. And if that doesn't happen, of course we'll stay here. So let's say that does happen. Let's say he does get this pilot slot and we do move to Texas. What happens with my degree? Well, I would continue doing the MDS program all online while living in Texas. And then I'd still be taking prereqs, so for nursing, whether that be in Texas. And let's say we stay here. Let's say he doesn't get this opportunity, and that's okay. Then I'd continue going to Boise State, getting all my prereqs for nursing done, and graduate from the MDS program. So yeah, whatever path we end up going down, ultimately, I want to graduate with a bachelor's. I want to become a nurse. These goals are possible. They take a lot of hard work and effort. Yeah, so just exciting times, kind of just going with the flow of things. Anything can happen, but I know what I want to be, and I know what I want to do, and I'm going to strive to keep reaching that goal. Speaking of goals, in the future, I've stated this plenty of times before, but I do want to be a nurse, and I will make that happen, whether it be a year from now, 3 years from now, it's going to happen. I'm also focusing on being happy and healthy and just getting back to being me, focusing on myself and our family. I'm going to keep supporting Connor and keep motivating him to help him become a pilot, and he's doing the same for me for becoming a nurse. Somewhere in the future, we will get married, engaged first, of course, and yeah, just like I said, just really going with the flow and seeing where life takes us. I think that life comes with so many challenges, but we have to continue to strive for the best of, strive to be the best person we can be, all while aiming towards our goals. So yeah, I wanted to thank you for listening to my presentation and hope the rest of the semester is awesome for you. Thanks.